Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. In today's video, as you guys saw from the title, I'm going to be doing an oil change on my dirt bike, my 2016 RMZ 250. I'm going to be doing the oil change with the AMSOIL Dirt. I change this oil often on this machine, although this is the first time getting it back up and running. I've been pretty busy these first few months of, I guess, early summer, and I'm finally getting around doing some work on the bike. I'm going to be going back on the track. I'm enjoying it that way. So anyways, yeah, but I will be showing you everything, the ins and outs of the oil change on the 2016 RMZ 250. Some of these principles, actually most of them, apply to every other machine of this era, of this kind, and of this CC. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Now you're going to want to take your socket and unscrew the bottom bolt. Before you do this though, you want to make sure that you have the cap on the other side twist it out for easier airflow. Also, there's two bolts on this that can drain the oil. The rear one and the larger bolt, the 14 mil, is usually the only one you need to take out. You don't need to take out the front one. It allows for easier flowing. Taking the cap off can do this. Also, you want to make sure that you kick it over a few times or even let it warm up to make sure all the oil gets through in the motor. That's ready to be oil changed, not just changing it dry. Now that our cap is off, we're going to go down here and unscrew the 14 mil bolt with the 14 mil wrench and let the oil flow out. Once you crank it once with the socket, you can pretty much always do it by hand after that. And as you guys can see here, the oil is pretty clean when I put it away. As I mentioned, you guys can see how clear this oil is. But having it sat there for so long during the winter months, I want to make sure that it's replaced and replenished with some fresh, clear oil. And while this is out, it's a good time to clean up any shavings that are attached to the magnet on the end of this. So you're going to want to kick it over a few times. Now the drain it's essentially empty, but you want to kick it over a few times, get any other amounts of oil that are in the engine out of it, and you just by kicking it over. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll kick it over, and then I'll install the screw back into the engine and replace it with fresh oil. Now that it's been fully drained, we're going to install the screw back in, and then I'll tighten it up and we'll fill it with oil. Now that the oil has been fully drained, it's going to be time to install and fill the motor back up with oil. Also, make sure when you're doing this that the bike is on a level position and the motor is level. Once this is full, in a minute I'll show you guys, there's a gauge here on the side that can show you how much oil is in the motor, and it's important that the bike is on the level position when doing this so the gauge can be accurate. Yeah, it takes about a liter. I think it's about 950 mils. This is a liter jug, and it takes a little more. I think it takes about 1,000 mils when you're doing the oil as well, the oil filter. When you're doing the oil filter as well, it takes a little more than 1,000, or about 1,000. That shows you how much oil is in the motor. Right now, it reads a little high. Now that the oil has been replaced and changed, as you can see, I showed you guys with the gauge, it's a bit high. So now we're going to start it for the first time of the year. I'm going to see where the oil levels sit at after I run it for 2 minutes. You might need a little more, you might need a little less. Rule number 1, never start your bike on with sandals or flip-flops. So what are we doing? Starting them with flip-flops. After running it for a few minutes, I can tell here that the oil levels have decreased from the time before running it. As it's been cycled through the motor and covered all the components, the oil level sits right at the top of the marker in that little gauge. It's currently at the top of that little marker, so it's totally good. I always rather have it a little over full than under full because, you know, more lubrication the better, in my opinion. Some people might differ, but like I said, the oil capacity is good. It's ready to rock and roll for the season. After it's been washed, oil changed, and air filter. So now there's a few things I need to go over before hitting the track. I need to check over the air fork pressure and the shocks. And after that, we'll be ready to go. So stay tuned for more footage on the track. Peace, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more footage. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day.